So the game Mix and Match is a fun game. It is a team game, so it is played against other teams. Usually those teams are larger, so we're talking about 4-person or 5-person teams. And what it allows you to do is select how many scores each team takes on each type of hole. So a par 3, maybe you're only going to take 1 score out of 4 there, and then on the par 4s and 5s, you're going to take 2 scores. We call that 1 on the 3s and 2 on the 4s and 5s. Right now, what you're looking at is the match setup screen for a group, and so I'm just going to kind of take you through how to set up this game and some of the options that are available to you. So I've got a team size of 4, and I've got a tee time set up, and so now for my primary game, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click Mix and Match. And as you can see, you're given options for each type of hole. So here we're going to take 2 on the 3s, we're going to take 2 on the 4s, and we're going to take 3 on the 5s. So that means that on every par 3 of the 4 people playing, you're going to take the 2 best scores. And on the par 5s, you're going to take the 3 best scores. I'm going to go ahead and set up this game. And so that's been set up successfully. And one of the things I wanted to show you now is if I go to this match, if I go to match details, the way that the game is set up right now is that it's set up as a Stableford, where you get points for each hole or each score you take. And I've also got it set up to where double bogey or worse is a subtraction of the score. But let's say that I don't really want those options for my game. So what I can do, even after I've set it up, I can do this before I set up the match, or I can do it after, is I'm going to back out to the men's group setup screen, the home screen, and I'm going to go up to the gear icon in the top right and go to games. And I'm going to scroll down and find my Mix and Match game, and I'm going to click the gear icon. And now I can see that in this particular group that I run, every single Mix and Match is using the Stableford format, and on double bogey or worse, it's set to lose 1 point. But if I don't like that, and instead I want it to be against par, I can choose that, and I can say that the max, that score can be is that there's no max, a net triple bogey, net double bogey. Net double bogey is usually standard whenever you're playing against par. And if I click save on this, now when I go back to that match, so I'm going to go back out to the home screen and go back to setup matches, and I'm going to go back to the match that I just set up here under match details. I can see that now it's against par and max net double bogey is the setup. So you can change the settings for games so long as the match has not started, and as long as it's early in the setup. Usually if you're going to play Mix and Match in your group, you're going to probably have a common way that you do that. Either you're going to be playing against par, or you're going to be using Stableford every single time. If you like to go back and forth, yeah, you'll have to go into the settings and change that from time to time. But make sure for these games that you're going in and setting things up the way that you want. Now, what I've also done is I have created a group where we can start the round here, and this one I have set up as a Stableford, but to where you can just see kind of how the scoring goes. So let's start the round as if I'm going to go in and play, and I'm confirming the tee blocks everyone is playing from. They're all playing from blue, although if I wanted to, I could change them if the commissioner gave me the option of other tee blocks. So I'm going to click confirm, and now I'm on hole number 1. Well, it's a par 5, so let's enter some scores here. Let's say this is a 5 and a 6 and a 7 and an 8, something like that. And let's click save and next hole, and now I'm going to go to the leaderboard. Here we are on par 5s, and this particular match, I think we're only taking 1 on the par 5s. Let's check that real quick. Yep, see I'm only taking 1 on the par 5s. So if I go back to the scoring and leaderboard, you can see the green box illustrates the score that we took on that hole. Let's go to the next one, which is a par 4. Let's say this one's going to be a 4, a 5, a 6, and a 7. Let's try that, and we'll click save in next hole. Go back to the leaderboard now, go to team 2, that's the team we're on. We can see that we had to take 3 scores on the par 4s. So that's why 3 scores are highlighted there, and that is counting towards our total points at the bottom. And that continues until the round is over, and as you look at the leaderboard, if there are other teams, which there's going to be, there could be just one other team, there could be up to 10 or 20 other teams. You'll be able to keep track of who's in the lead using the leaderboard and seeing how many points each of them has, and you can go into the detail whenever you click the caret there. So that is Mix and Match. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.